The Russian side, particularly Wagner's group, claims to have captured the town of Soledar. Kiev denies these reports and indicates that Ukrainian units are still fighting. I have held another meeting of the Chief's General Staff. Of course, the key issues are Soledar, Bakhmut, and the fighting in Donetsk. The city is located 10 kilometers northeast of Bakhmut. Analysts point out that the eventual capture of Soledar by the Russians will not make much difference to the ongoing war, although it will make it possible to outflank Bakhmut. Both sides are suffering heavy casualties. The night in Soledar was hot. The fighting continued. The enemy has thrown almost all the main forces in the Donetsk direction and is maintaining a high offensive intensity. This is a difficult phase of the war, but we will win, there is no doubt. Russian propaganda is already proclaiming great success, despite the fact that Russian troops have mostly been in retreat in recent months. The desperation of the Kremlin media is evidenced by the fact that they reported the alleged destruction of 4 Bradley vehicles. Meanwhile, the U.S. machines have yet to arrive in Ukraine. Next week, the United States will begin training Ukrainian soldiers to operate these combat vehicles. The Russians are eager for success on the battlefield, which so far they have not had. The prospect of Western countries handing over German Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine is getting closer. On Wednesday in Lviv, President Andrzej Duda declared that Poland will hand over a company of tanks as part of a broader coalition of countries. As you can see, the logistics of the war are moving in such a direction that we will receive all the armaments we need. For now, we are waiting for an official statement from the Western coalition that a final decision has been made on tanks for Ukraine. Finland and Denmark want to participate in the initiative for the joint transfer of German Leopard tanks. European Commission head Ursula von der Leyen also expressed support. Germany has announced that it will not block the decisions, but has not yet received requests for approval from Poland and Finland. Meanwhile, Berlin does not want to hand over its tanks. There is a difference between making decisions for oneself and preventing the decisions of others. Germany should not interfere when other countries make decisions to support Ukraine, regardless of what decision Germany makes. Countries such as Austria, Canada, Greece, and Norway have tanks from the Leopard family on their equipment. Meanwhile, Britain wants to donate modern Challenger tanks. Western countries have come to the conclusion that it is probably high time to equip Ukraine with the tools to regain the lost territories. The Ukrainian Prosecutor General's office has reported that Russians have damaged more than 3,000 educational facilities in Ukraine since the 24th of February. Nearly 340 have been completely destroyed. As a result of the hostilities, 453 children were killed.